As always, namaste. Welcome to yoga, Zoom yoga number 24. Namaste. So we'll start with the quote. A clear rejection is better than a fake promise. A clear rejection is better than a fake promise. So today we're going to start up on our toes with a balance. We've done this many times. So anytime you're out of sorts, anytime you feel your mind's a bit disparate, you can do this simple exercise and it may bring you back into parity. So we're standing tall, feet parallel. We're going to tuck our thumbs in, tuck our thumbs into our fingers. And we're just going to inhale as we come up on the toes and we open the fingers. And you're trying to remain as relaxed as you can in every other part of the body. So inhale as we come up, you wait for your natural pause. Exhale as you lower down, you tuck your thumbs back into your fingers and you caress the ground with your heels. Inhale as we come up. Open the fingers. Wait for your natural pause. Exhale as you go down. Don't worry if you can't get the balance. Don't worry if you fall all over the place. This usually indicates that your mind's not in balance. Or perhaps you've issues with toes or ankles. So inhale as we come up. Open the fingers. Exhale down, and you're just slowly lowering the heels so they gently caress the ground as you tuck your thumbs back in. So of course you can do these as many times as you wish. Getting the breath into the lower lobes of the lungs, waiting for the pause for it to do its work. And then exhale down. Tuck the thumbs back in. If you want to occupy the mind more doing this, then we can say sa, ta, na, ma, which is a Sanskrit expression which means truth is our identity. So if you're true to yourself and true to others, that's your true identity. Truth is our identity. So as we inhale, as we come up, we take our thumb and we touch the first finger as we say sa. So inhale as we come up, sa. Wait for the natural pause. Exhale down, ta, as you touch the second finger. Inhale as we come up, na, N-A. Wait for your pause. Exhale as you go down, ma. So it's sa, ta, na, ma. Touching each finger with the thumb. So I'll leave you with that for a few moments. Inhale up, sa, touch. Exhale down, ta, touch the second finger. Inhale up in your own time, na. And down with ma. Truth is our identity. This is why I mentioned the fake promises. Be true to yourself and be true to others. And then you're not building up emotional baggage, which you have to get rid of later on anyway. Stop putting it in. Sa. Ta. Na. Ma. Of course, if your toes and ankles are getting fatigued, you just stop, you take a few breaths and you start again. I'm going to add a final layer, so you can just come up and down, just opening the fingers and tucking in the thumbs, or you can come up and down with sa, ta, na, ma. The third thing, you can introduce alternate nostril breathing mentally. So as we come up, we say sa as we touch the first finger, as we inhale through the left nostril. Ta as we go down, exhale through the right. Na as we come up, inhale through the right, touch the third finger with the thumb. And ma as you go down, exhale through the left. So there's a lot going on there, so you can pick the level that works for you. I will just continue with alternate nostril mentally with sa, ta, na, ma, touching each finger. Inhale up, sa, through the left nostril. Exhale down, ta, through the right. Inhale up, na, through the right. Exhale down, ma, through the left. So it's difficult to be focusing on your worries and stresses if you're fully concentrating on this movement with the breath and with the mantra. And then you decide what has changed in your body. So we'll do a couple more rounds. I'll remain quiet so you can pick the level that you want to do it. So just to reiterate, you can come up and down, just tucking the thumbs in and opening them, keeping the shoulders relaxed. You can come up and down with sa, ta, na, ma. Or if you really want to challenge yourself, you can include alternate nostril. Two more rounds in your own time. If you can even manage a smile during all of this, better still. And then relax all efforts. Realign the feet parallel and just stand tall. And allow the body to breathe naturally. Don't control the breath. And see if anything has changed. You take an inventory. And if you feel this has been beneficial, you add it to your toolbox of tricks. If it's not for you, you ignore it. I think it's been said there are over 72,000 postures, so it's a bit of a lottery. Okay, we're going to do a simple squat. So just take your feet slightly more than hip width apart. Your toes at a gentle angle, and just check, come down and just check that it's a decent squat. You're not leaning forward, nothing straining. So just check that you've got the width. You can come down. It doesn't matter how far you go down, your muscles still contract, you still get the benefits. And again, we're just going to introduce the breath to the squat. Easy. So we inhale as we raise the arms. Wait for your natural pause. Exhale as we come down. You're not trying to be a hero. Inhale as we come up. And exhale as you lower. So with the mind, with the breath, with awareness, this is all we're doing. Inhale as we raise, arms parallel. Exhale down. Try to keep the back straight and not lean forward. Inhale as we come up. Exhale down. If you want to take a comfort breath, that's fine. So just continue at your own pace. Everything else remains relaxed, which is not being used for the posture. So your face is relaxed. Your shoulders are actually relaxed. Wait for that natural pause. There's no rush. Now again, this is 4 movements. So only if you wish, you can introduce alternate nostril breathing. Remember, it takes the body back to parity from sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. So we inhale through the left nostril as we raise our arms. Wait for your pause. Exhale through the right. Inhale as you come up through the right. Exhale through the left. So remember, you don't doubt this process. Wherever the mind goes, wherever the breath goes, healing and balance will occur. Just continue at your own pace. I'll talk you through one more round. Inhale through the left nostril as we raise the arms. Exhale through the right, down into a wee squat. Inhale as you come up through the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Again, you can stop at any time and take comfort breaths, but you may notice that as you continue this at this pace and this breathing, you will want to stay in each position longer because you're oxygenating the blood, cleaning the lungs and calming the nervous system. A couple more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Remember, this is a class environment, so you pick your own pace to dip in and dip out. Last one. Remember that rule, it takes 6 seconds for muscles, tendons, ligaments to start to assist you with your posture. So you take your time, you don't force, you only move to the first point of resistance and let the breath do the work, and the body will follow. Okay, down on cat. So the simple neutral cat. Arms directly below your shoulders. And this is a strong stretch on the wrists. So if you find that uncomfortable, you just move your hands slightly further forward, just a few centimeters, nothing much. And we're going to check. You've got your knees hip width apart, not too narrow, because you'll twist as you move. And this is as simple as it gets. We start with raising the chin and an inhalation, depending on your lung capacity, but always to start as we raise the chin up, as we inhale, concave the back, Lift up the buttocks. You can take as many breaths to do this. For me, it's only one inhalation. And then as you exhale, you tuck in your chin, you arch through the back, push through the arms, and pull the stomach back. We always start with moving the chin. So we stay in the arch position as we inhale, move the chin up, look up, and then we start to release vertebra by vertebra, ease through the spine, concave the back. As I say, you can take as many breaths in this as you want, but always move the chin first. Arch through, pull in the buttocks. As you exhale, pull the stomach back towards the spine. Inhale as you start to release. So I inhaled halfway through and exhaled to finish the stretch. So you'll find your rhythm, whether it's one breath, two. Depends how slow you want to make the movement. Tuck in, push through the arms, arch. You keep everything as it is. You lift the chin up, start to work down. If you find that it's uncomfortable for the wrists, again, just move the fingers a centimetre or so forward, or you can even go into fists. It changes the process, obviously, but you can try it. Try it on fists if your wrists are uncomfortable. Just come up on the fists, thumbs pointing forward, and you can try that. A lot of people complain about uncomfortable wrists doing this. There's always an adjustment you can make to fit in with where you're at. But you get the idea. And even this, doing this slowly for 5-10 minutes, you can do your alternate nostril, keeping the awareness. Now we're going to lift the opposite arm and leg. So again, it's a balance. It's strengthening as well. So we're not lifting the arm, we're not lifting the leg and the arm up aggressively. We're stretching it out. So we're taking the right arm and left leg. So get your position comfortable. Check it, you've got the balance if you stretch out an arm. You're not too narrow with the knees because you'll wobble and shake. So all we're going to do is we're going to stretch out the right arm and the left leg. And that's it. We stay in this position and we're not lifting up like this, contracting the lower back and contracting the shoulders. We're just inhaling and stretching out. That's all. Inhale, stretch, and relax. So again, it's up to you how long you stay in this position. I'm just giving you a few demonstrations to dip your toe in. You decide if it's for you to do longer. Inhale, stretch, and relax. Now after 3, 4, 5 breaths, now you can inhale, stretch, and lift. Keep the legs straight. Relax. Inhale, stretch, and then lift. Once more if you wish, because you can feel the pressure now, you can feel the tension of the muscles. Inhale, stretch, and lift. And release. Again, take a few comfort breaths, because we're going to do the opposite side. Left arm, right leg. So I will try this with the fist. It completely changes the posture, but if your wrists are sore and you still want this movement, so try on the fist. Inhale, stretch out, and relax. If you start wobbling and losing your balance, it means you've stayed in a position for too long, or the balance has to be built up. Now inhale, stretch out and lift. It's minimal lift. And relax. Sit back on your heels in Vajrasana for a few seconds. Give the body a break. Alternate nostril breathing. In left, out right, in right, out left. Mentally. Slow, smooth and deep. Waiting for the natural pause. I say this most weeks, it's a seed of meditation, that natural pause. This is a wonderful way to stretch the knees, the ankles. If you have any digestive problems, this is a posture advised to sit in. Relax the shoulders. Smile. A love note to yourself. Let peace begin with me. Let me begin with peace. Now we'll come back up into the cat position and we're just going to lift each leg individually. So we're going to start with the right leg. Hodge about, get into your position. And we're just going to inhale as we stretch out the right leg. We're lifting it gently, keeping it straight. And then we're taking it through as we exhale and tucking it under as we look towards the knee. I'll try and stay away from this microphone. So keep the knee off the ground. Inhale as we come through. Look up, stretch through the throat, lift up with the straight leg. Wait for your natural pause. Exhale as you come through. Tuck your chin in. Again, you can do as many of these as you wish. Keep the legs straight. You can feel the contraction in the lower back. Exhale as we come through. You can also pull the stomach towards the spine, which helps to squeeze out stale air. A couple more. This time I want you to stretch through and lift up and bend at the knee, which will give you a lovely stretch through the thigh muscle. Exhale as you come through. Just at your own pace, anytime you can stop, take a comfort breath. Stretch it up straight, and then bend. And you'll get a lovely pull through the thigh muscle. Now we'll change. Left leg. If you want to try it on the fists, thumb facing forward. I don't like having fists, thumbs facing in towards each other, but you try it if your wrists are uncomfortable and it's not working for you. Inhale as you stretch up, lift up. Exhale, tuck it in. And you're trying not to fall over to each side. You're trying to keep your base position. So 1, 2, 3 breaths, lifting with a straight leg. Exhale as you come down. And then the next time you lift up, you can bend at the knee to stretch the thigh muscle. lift up, and then at the last moment bend, and you get a lovely pool. Nice and slow, rhythmic. And again, sit back in Vajrasana, sit back on your heels, and let the body recalibrate. And you pick a mantra, make one up for yourself. If there's something you want to change, physically or mentally, or take one that you've read in a book that you click with. You know the ones I repeatedly say because they're the ones I use myself. My body is rested. My mind is calm. My heart is at peace. My spirit soars. I believe this one is from a Cambodian monk, Thich Nhat Hanh. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Thich Nhat Hanh, Cambodian monk. My body is rested. My mind is calm. My heart is at peace. My spirit soars. Okay, now we're going to roll up the front of our mat to give us some cushioning for the next posture because it's on a knee. It's crescent moon. You can't have enough cushioning for your knees. I know many yoga teachers who have damaged their knees. I damaged mine playing football, but never mind. So make sure you have enough comfort. We've done this before plenty of times. We're going to rest on our left knee and come forward with our right leg. So again, hodge about. You want to get the width so you have the balance. So come forward with the right leg, and you're just going to check. You don't want to be too close with the foot, so when you go forward, the heel comes up. You don't want to be too far out because it will be too strong under here. So have a test that your knee should be above your ankle. That's about right. Above your ankle or just before. And that gives you a nice stretch in the groin area. So we keep our back straight. We inhale, saturate those lungs, and then we just gently come forward into a comfortable position. So we don't lean forward. You can lean back once you raise the arms, but we just stay in this position and start to breathe. And as you exhale, you soften into the lunge. You can take your back leg and cross it diagonally across the back to give a bit more balance. If you're not having balance, it usually means you're too narrow with your stance. And soften into the lunge. Shoulders are relaxed. Smile. Free serotonin. If you wish now, you can raise the arms in an inhalation and then soften forward. So you inhale as you lift up the shoulder girdle, not aggressively, not straining the face, not straining anything. You're just gently lifting it up with inhalation and you're softening through with exhalation. Inhale as you gently lift up with the arms. Exhale, soften. You can lean back if you wish. You can inhale, lift up, and lean back, but that's not always the best for people with lower back challenges. If you wish to add a twist and you're comfortable with that, you can inhale, lift up, Exhale as you turn the torso round to the left, to the first point of resistance, because this is a strong twist. Inhale to come out of it. Exhale down. We're going to change leg. So we kneel on the right leg, left one forward. One side will always be easier than the other, so have a check. Check you've got the width. Check that you're not straining another part of the body to keep the balance. If I come in too narrow and go forward, I shake myself. And I increase the width, the distance between the feet. Okay. Inhale, lift up the torso. And just soften into a gentle lunge. Inhale, lift up. You know if you're in a good position because you may feel the need to smile because it's almost effortless. Once you start to shake or something's uncomfortable, you come out of it, you readjust and you try again. If you want to raise the arms, now's the time to do it. We inhale as we lift up, palms facing each other. Gently elongate, get those intercostals stretched between the ribs and soften into it again. Remember, you come out of it at any time if it's too much for you. If you want to turn to the right, that's okay too. Inhale, stretch up. And open the body up. Inhale and stretching through the fingers. Exhale and softening through the lunge. They're quite strong. Inhale to come out. Exhale, soften. Unravel your mat, unroll. Again, sit down on the heels. Let the body recalibrate. Or any comfortable sitting position. Alternate nostril mentally. In left, out right. In right, out left. Focusing on your natural pause. If your mind is wandering, you use a mantra. Remember, mantra is a Sanskrit word. Man means thought, and tra is protection. So it's thought protection. But they work at a much better level than that. But that's the basic. You're protecting your mind from negative thoughts. And when I said for many years, during my own health challenges, many years, I said, I have 100% health and vitality. I have 100% health and vitality. When I had issues with my gut, I said, my gut is great. My gut is great. I just kept saying it, and it became the reality. You don't doubt. You have faith. Faith is an oasis in the heart which cannot be reached by the caravan of thinking. That's Khalil Gibran. You have faith that what you're saying is going to work. Faith is an oasis in the heart which cannot be reached by the caravan of thinking. You will have moments of doubt, we all do. But he also said, doubt is a pain too lonely to know that faith is his twin brother. Doubt is a pain too lonely to know that faith is his twin brother. As we do it. So come forward, hands at the end of your mat. I have no idea how the microphone will work with this. Toes tucked under, and just raise your knees off the ground. Tomorrow, it doesn't matter. So inhale as you stretch through the arms, lift up through the hips, and soften through the heels. And again, inhale, stretch up, lift up, relax. And just before we walk our feet in, we're going to bend the right knee, which gives a lovely stretch on the left calf. So you're trying to keep the arch of the body. You're trying to keep your base position. So we gently bend, we inhale, push through the arms, bend the right knee, and you can feel it. You get a lovely stretch through that left calf. Gently, gently, and just trying to keep your base. Then you release. Bend at the left knee. Inhale, push up through the arms, lift up, and relax down through the right heel. So you can continue doing these as long as you wish, just alternating. But we'll be nice to ourselves and we'll just walk in, bending at the knees, walk in, bend at the knees, and slowly on. The slower, the better. Come round and place your heels at the edge of your mat, and you know they're in line. Stand tall. And we're going to do warrior one, then go into warrior two. We'll have a few comfort breaths. Standing tall, imagine someone has a thread attached to the center of your scalp, and they're gently pulling you up. So your heels are in line with the edge of the mat, and we're just going to take a reasonably large stance here, keeping the heels at the edge of the mat. This isn't for everyone, warrior one. So be very gentle with them. We're going to turn the left foot around, so it's parallel to the edge of the mat. And we're going to take the right foot and turn it in 45 degrees. So this is a starting position. People vary. Sometimes they give a line between the feet and they enter this from downward facing dog. I don't like that way. I like this way. So our left leg is turned round, facing outwards. Our right heel leg is turned in. The toes are turned in 45 degrees. We're going to check that when you come in to the lunge, your knee is above your ankle. This is very important. It can be before the ankle, but never after. This is wrong. This is far too much stress on the knee. So for me, I still have to get a wider stance. That's about right. So check that you're comfortable. Check when you're doing this, that your outside of your right foot is remaining stuck on the mat, because this is your anchor. We're turning our torso around to the left. And check. So that's about right. My knee's above my ankle. The outside of my right foot is still on the mat. I know this is a bit pernickety, but it's important. We turn the hips around and we raise our arms. This is it. We inhale as we raise our arms and we soften into it. You're not aggressively lifting up and stretching. Some people lean back, but again, it's a lot in the lower back. So have a look. Have a look that you're pushing down through this right leg with the outside of the sole of the foot flat. Have a look at the knee is above the ankle. You're turning the hips around. It's a strong one, so you may not get the hips all the way around, but with time you will, maybe not today. And we'll raise our arms. Inhale and soften into it. So this is your warrior one. It's very strong in the thighs. Some people just put the namaste and don't lift the arms. You have that option as well. But you can feel the twist here. So don't stay in it too long. Inhale as you come out. Keep your feet in the same position. And we'll go straight into warrior two. We take the right foot and we put it parallel to the end of the mat. So it's not turned in 45 degrees, it's parallel. Check that this front foot hasn't moved. Check it when you come forward, you're still comfortable with the position. This time we're keeping the hips open to the front. And we're raising up and we're looking over the left fingers. You're trying to look over the middle of the left fingers. Some people say separate the fingers. I don't do that. You don't have this arm down. It's up. It's engaged. You soften into it. And you're trying to keep all of this open. And the knee that you're bending on, trying to keep it to the left. So you're trying to have the inside of your knee overtaking the outside. That will give you the balance. If you try to come in, you will shake. Inhale, we stretch through. Soften down. So you can feel the stretch coming right across the front of the pelvic area. It's a very strong pose. Inhale. You can stop the video, rewind, have a wee look. You never have the knee over the front of the foot. You will just damage your knee and your thigh muscles. Inhale to come out. Swivel round on the left heel. Keep the stance the same and you turn around on the right heel. And we're back to warrior one. You take the left foot, turn it in 45 degrees. I'm actually slipping here because it's not 45 degrees turning, it's 30 degrees. It's even with the air conditioning on, it's too much. Check that when you come forward, you still have the position. And I'm going to do turn the torso around, warrior one again. So this is your stance. You're keeping the outside of the foot flat on the ground, and you're pushing all the way through this, and you're trying to get the equal pressure through the legs. So not one leg is taking all the work. Turn the torso around and inhale. It's very strong, this. And soften. So you build up, you don't stay in it too long. 1 breath, 2 breaths, this is enough until you get comfortable and you figure out what you're doing. As I say, some people lean back. That feels very uncomfortable for me. Some people lift up their chin, lift up through the torso and soften in. Keep that back leg locked. I loosened it myself while I was talking and focusing and stretching up. Inhale as you come out. Now you take the left foot for warrior two. Make it parallel to the end of the mat. Check that you haven't moved your stance. So now my body is loosened up and I'm going too far with the knee, so I take a foot a bit further out. Keeping the hips open. Raise the arms. Exhale into it. Inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. Soften. You're looking over the middle fingers. These are very strong. So you're pushing through the left leg. That's keeping you grounded there. You're softening into the front knee, and you're trying to get you begin to shake. If I keep it open, it protects the knee. This knee's actually been damaged, so I'm very protective of this one. And that's your style. Inhale as you come up. And let the body recover. Close your eyes. Let the body breathe naturally. The posture should be effortless. You shouldn't be getting out of breath unless you're doing it dynamically. There shouldn't be any shake or wobble, because that means the primary muscles have done their work and the secondary muscles are having to take over. So you're more likely to damage yourself. Let the body settle down. And if you wish, you can physically do alternate nostril. So you take the two middle fingers, drop them down, and you're left with the thumb and the ring finger. And this is what you use to press the edge of your nostrils. So we inhale and then exhale through both nostrils. We close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right. After your natural pause, exhale through the right. Remember, you're not holding the breath out, you're allowing it to remain out. Inhale through the right. Close the right, exhale through the left. So this helps to balance your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. When you're angry and upset and out of control, that's the sympathetic, the fight or flight. When you're relaxed and calm, the body's healing, that's a parasympathetic. Ordinarily, the body will switch from para to sympathetic every 90 minutes or so. One nostril will become more predominant, but that isn't always the case. If you're sick or you have allergies or you have a problem with actual airways of breathing. If one side of the nostril is blocked, you can take your hand under the opposite armpit. So if my left nostril was blocked today, that's clear. Both my nostrils are clear today, but if my left was blocked, I would take my fist or my hand under my right armpit and dig in deeply and compress for 2 or 3 minutes. I don't like the fingers and thumb because it's too much on the joint, so I use the fist. I push it in firmly, I pull it up, and this may release the opposite nostril. Right, if you'd like to lie down in Shavasana, lie down in Shavasana. Figure of eights, down at nostril. Okay. So feet floppy. Release the legs. I can actually feel a lot of tension in my knees after that warrior 1 and 2. So they are strong. Palms facing upwards. Lift up your right and left shoulder and roll them back down. Check that your chin is not painting the ceiling, so you don't want the head arched back. You pull it in, pull in the chin, and then let it spring back to a natural position. Take your lower back, your lordosis, the natural curve, and compress it onto the ground. And release. Inhale, compress, and release. Once more. Because these postures were quite strenuous, we're just going to do a few simple movements, figures of 8 with the legs and the arms, like as a warm down, just to facilitate the dispersion of any lactic acid. So you can keep your arms out in this position, palms facing upwards, or you can take them to the side of the body, palms down. I'm going to take a right leg, and we're going to do a figure of 8. So we inhale as we come up, around, and then exhale as you take a leg down. Nice and easy. Normally we start the smallest circle imaginable and then up to the largest and back down to the smallest, but just do what comes instinctively. Inhale as we sweep up the figure of 8, around, exhale down. And it's going to slight contraction of the gluteus, the stomach muscles, and the gluteus, of course. Nice and easy, slow, smooth, and deep. Relax efforts on the right leg. Change to the left. Inhale as you sweep up. Remember, it's your 8, so you can be as artistic as you wish. Slow it down with the breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can feel the abdominals contracting. And just easing out the gluteals. Relax efforts with the left leg. Take a few comfort breaths. Put the feet back into the floppy position, which relaxes the top of the hips. We're going to do the right arm. So take your index finger, point it out, figure of 8 with your right arm. Inhale, as you come up. Exhale as you go down. And don't be shy with this one. You can take that arm right up, stretch it right up the back of the body. Inhale, and you'll feel that intercostals, you'll feel the shoulder muscles, not aggressive. You're just easing any remnants of tension out of the body. Finish the 8 that you're on with your right arm and repeat with your left. Nice and slow. Get that air into the lower lobes. Maximize the gaseous exchange and get rid of the stale air and the alveoli. Slow the movement right down. And then relax efforts with the left arm. Arms out to the side, palms facing upwards. Check that your feet are floppy, your heels are almost at the edge of the mat. Let the toes fall out to the side. And remember Shavasana, you're trying to release as much muscular tension within the body as possible. So you're letting go of the old to make space for the new. Remember, it's also called Maritasana, the dead man's pose. So you're letting go of the dead stale energy within you, the dead stale thoughts, the stuff we carry about. Every emotional experience you've had has left a deposit within the physical body. This is what you're trying to clean out. And regardless what happens, as you begin to clean this out, you will feel light and free. And then it doesn't matter what's happening externally, because you have freedom within. Now just sense, feel what's happening in your body. Just become aware of any sensations, any tingling, any warmth, any discomfort. Is your mind still racing? Are you still thinking of things that happened last week or things that may happen next week? Or are you focusing on the now? And treat yourself to a smile. A love note to yourself. Let peace begin with me. Let me begin with peace. So ultimately, what we're aiming for is some spaces between our thoughts. So if you have some spaces between your thoughts, then you're in a position to put in some positiveness. We're not being pulled all over the place by the monkey mind. So as you're lying there relaxing, I'll finish with the quote. It's by Swami Vivekananda. The world is the gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. The world is the gymnasium where we come to make ourselves strong. So let's hope with your warrior 1 and 2 today, let us help. As always, namaste with much love.